Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm very happy to be here. Welcome to another episode of the GoNoGo Show. I'm your host, Nizam, and my partner in crime co-host, Adam. Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to you, too.
All
2016, right. We made it.
All right. I love it. Hey, let's jump right in. I'm excited. Yeah. We got a bunch of movies. We got about 4 movies or so, something like that.
Yeah, the Christmas season. A lot of movies come out in the Christmas season. We have a lot of movies to cover. Our list today is going to start with 2 comedies, actually, which is really funny. It's like 2 big heavy hitter men, 2 big heavy hitter women. It starts off with Daddy's Home, goes into Sisters, then we're going to go a little bit more serious, get into Concussion, and then after that, get into like the angry stuff of The Big Short. Yeah.
And Star
Wars! No, we're not reviewing that today. We did that last week.
But I saw it again, though. So I figured that, like, if you see it again...
Well, now that you mention it, we can touch on Star Wars again, because, who hasn't seen Star Wars? If you haven't, you guys should be castrated. I'm sorry, is that a little harsh?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
But yes, I actually went on Tuesday night. I saw it for my 4th time.
4th? Yes. I've only seen it 3 times.
Yes, and the 4th was with me.
My man, I'm top!
These are the droids you're looking for.
All right, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but the black guy is not the lead character. So all you boycotters out there, it's not a black guy. He's like a secondary character. And with the main character is Rey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my
spoiler
God. No, also talk about my new love. Alicia Vikander was, and then Emma Stone. Now, wow. Daisy Ridley is her name.
Yeah.
She plays Rey. I'm absolutely in love.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see more of her. She's fantastic.
It's a great segue to the new generation of the Force.
Plenty of touches to the old ones.
Exactly. But hats off to the old guys, or the ones who came before. A lot of mystery.
I know there's so much speculation. We can't get into this right now, though. We reviewed it already. We can't talk.
We both gave it a go. Go see it.
Like that's all I gave it. I didn't even write a review. I was like, spoiler for your review. Go like 100 times. Like that's all it takes. But we're gonna let's get right into the reviews, because we have a really packed episode.
All right,
we're gonna start off with Daddy's Home.
Let's check it
out. I've always wanted to be a dad. And let me tell you, I love it.
Did you do another drawing of our family?
That's me, Dylan, and Mommy. And over here, far away, is you.
I love how you drew my hair.
That's poop.
Well, it's well drawn.
Okay, I'm their stepdad. The way I see it, anyone can be a father. But not everyone has the patience or the devotion to be a...
Daddy! Brad, Daddy wants to talk to you.
Hello, Dusty.
Super to make your acquaintance. I'm not going to give you my social security number. Cholesterol? 180. Credit score 758. Very proud of that. Yeah, I guess I could pick you up.
I mean, kids, at the end of the day, they know who's been around and who... Holy...
No hay duda que ese hombre es mejor que tú en todo.
Well, you're kind to say that. Thank you.
The king received word that his dominion was being ruled over by some curly-headed step-king with good credit.
Oh, no.
Sounds like your dad's spinning quite a yarn.
Oh, actually, it's getting late.
Aww.
Good night, my little magical cherubs.
Eskimo kisses.
Who wants good night tickles?
Good night back scratches. Oh, hey, who wants $20?
Me!
What? Hey, kids.
There's someone here now that I hope you guys can learn to love.
I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, but you're not a dog, Brad.
Why is he looking at me like that?
No! So what do we got going on over here, man?
It's a treehouse. We've only been at it for about 2 months.
Dad finished the treehouse for you!
Hey, be mad!
I hope it's up to code.
Oh, no, watch out, big brother!
It's a pony, Dusty!
Not bad. Take her out, see what she can do. Remember, 1 down, 4 up.
Everyone knows it's 1 down, 4 up. 1 down, 1 down, 1 down!
Oh my God!
So I'll just be grateful nobody got hurt, okay?
I got hurt!
Brad, just stay still. I'll get you.
No, please just go and get a shirt on.
One lucky fan is gonna get a chance to shoot from half court.
This one's for Dylan and Megan and Sarah and Dylan. There's nothing but net.
It's funny. It's funny. Definitely, for sure.
At least you guys, that's it. That's whenever I see Will Ferrell and and Mark Wahlberg starring in a movie, I'm in. I'm sold because I love them together.
Will Ferrell plays the clueless straight man.
Yeah, the uptight.
Right, and then Mark Wahlberg just compliments him so well. This was definitely a good one. They showed a lot of stuff in the trailer. What I do like about this was my expectations were not that high for it, but I was going to laugh. I was looking for some funny stuff. It definitely delivered. And Will Ferrell is starting to really get in his groove with this stuff. Like the campaign, again, expectations weren't high, but I walked out loving it. They do the funny, they do the outrageous, as you can see in the trailer, but then he kind of tugs on the heartstrings and he gets you, and throws the message in there, and he's starting to get really good with this.
I think you're absolutely right. I think he's finding his niche, which is collaboration. Whenever he headlines a movie and he stars in it, I tend to think that, all right, he's overdoing it or it's a little bit too much. Like, he's better in small doses. Like, movies like Step Brothers, he's good because he's going head-to-head with John C. Reilly. Like you said, The Campaign. The other guys, he seriously underrated the other guys with Mark Wahlberg. I thought that was hilarious. Please get out and see it if you haven't. Because it's kind of like the same thing. He plays like the straight-laced, uptight, like I'm a hot habanero pepper right now. Like saying stuff like that, which is hilarious. And then you have like the tough guy Mark Wahlberg, button heads, and I think they work so well together. And I was very pleasantly surprised with it. They do show a lot in the trailer, but fortunately, there's plenty more to be had.
They don't show.
They don't show. Like great secondary characters like Bobby Cannavale's in it and Thomas Hayden Church. They play really good characters in this movie to add in, to sprinkle in there. And I laughed the entire time. And when you're watching a comedy, isn't that what you pay for?
Yeah.
You pay for laughing.
One thing I do hate is Ferrell stole the put a shirt on joke from Steve Carell.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Date night, right?
I come up with something else. All right, Mark Wahlberg, he's good looking 40-year-old dude. He's got a good body, but
the guy that has carved out of marble. He was chiseled out of it.
Stop! Don't steal jokes. Come on,
it's
man.
The truth.
But anyways, no, I liked it. I give it a go. I say go check it out.
Yes, definitely. It's So you really can't go wrong with these two. Their dynamic is so different, but it works so well together. So yes, I give it a go as well. Getting into the next one?
Yeah.
Getting into the next one, another couple of commies. They're not commies. Comedy heavyweight hitters, but this time going to the female version of it in Sisters.
Hey, girl! Ella's sister reunion! What's your deal? I've been having a lot of fun.
I don't need lotion in there.
Yeah, you do need lotion in there. We are looking for an yard artisan to do some work on our bushes. I bet working on other people's bushes really makes you want to whack your weeds. I was dirtier than I thought. I'm sorry, but I got dirty really fast. No! Mom and Dad sold our childhood home. This should have been passed on.
All we need you to do is clean out your bedroom.
Oh, boy. It's a damn shame that you never had your night here. We cannot have a party. You've been divorced 2 years. You can't avoid putting yourself out there forever. Do not work me like this. We have so much to do. You have to invite that cute guy from down the street. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Mara.
I'm James.
I just wanted to say hi, so that's done.
Oh.
It's a lot of underteat, but I think I'm getting away with it.
It's on backwards.
I don't get this dress. One of my apples keeps rolling out of the bag. But I like the story it tells with the fringe. Oh, here we go. Yes, I be a woman. I've been thinking.
Why?
Will you not drink tonight so I can let my freak flag fly?
I would love to.
Whole crew got the juice. Yo, came the truth.
I heard you were having a party from someone who got invited. It's pretty sad.
It's a snazzy bell.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, congrats on your wrestling championship. We need to say goodbye to this house.
But we sure had fun here.
You're the type of badass that I'm susceptible to.
My safe word is keep going.
Everyone, start cleaning up the area where they're standing.
Did you fall on something sharp? Yeah. It's my ballerina music box. It really is a beautiful melody. And we're done. Nope.
Yeah. All right. Last one we heard it for the boys. Let's hear it for the girls this time, huh? Let me get out of her way. Where is she? Oh, there she is. There you go. Amy Poehler. Tina Fey, man, they crushed it. They're crushing it. They're crushing it, man. When they're together, everyone knows that they're great together.
I think I love Tina Fey. That's my crush. I think anything that she's in is good. Is going to be good. You know, she adds her little spice onto it.
Whether she's in it or she writes it.
Right.
You know that she's okay. Go on.
You know it's going to be good. And Amy Poehler, she's another one. Parks and Rec. Like there's a
one
lot.
of my favorite shows ever.
A lot of these Parks and Rec people are coming out making movies. You know, and being real successful and
extremely talented.
And so I'm loving anything she does and anything any of those guys like Parks and Rec, Community. A lot of those guys are doing their thing now, and it's greatly appreciated. I thought it was hilarious. The trailer showed. I'm not a fan of trailers. But
clearly
but this one still there's some stuff that's left out.
Yes.
And
plenty of little quips and times you can tell that they're just riffing. You know, improving and stuff like that, which you know they're perfect for because they have the same mindset when it comes to comedy.
They're just, they're like two players. They're like Abbott and Costello. They just play off each other. Like they know.
Which is funny you say Abbott and Costello because usually, like what we saw in Baby Mama, the first movie that they came out with together or whatever. Usually Amy Poehler is like the crazy one, and Tina Fey is like kind of like the straight laced, straight man. This time's complete role reversal. Right. Tina Fey actually said when they were making this movie, like it's like they're like, well, this time I kind of want to like be that person because in this movie she is the crazy sister that nobody wants to deal with. Like that makes a mess of her life. And Amy Poehler is, which she was Leslie Knope in this movie.
She was.
She's like the straight lace, like
from Parks and Rec.
And so like the whole point of the movie is Tina Fey wants Amy Poehler to like let her freak flag fly, like she said in the trailer or whatever. And it works. It's comedy gold.
Yeah, there's some great one-liners in this. I definitely give it a go. Very funny.
Yeah, two women at the top of their comedic games. You had Amy Poehler with her Parks and Rec. You had Tina Fey with her 30 Rock.
30 Rock, SNL, everything.
Being writers on it and acting in it and coming from the improv. These girls have been working hard for a long time, and they're not finally getting their due. They've had their due, but they're on the forefront now.
I feel like they're really starting to shine. Like it was like, oh, did you see that SNL? That was funny. Or then they got their TV shows and they were successful TV shows, and now it's
now they're being shown as the heavy hitters that they are. Like they're bankable. People are going to go out and watch them. And you know what, women out there, be proud. This is a very proud moment for women because they're spearheading all their movies. They're in control and they look good. I don't know what they've been doing. They've been working out, whatever they're doing. But they're they've reached their 40s. They had to reach their 40s by now, right? 40s, maybe mid-40s, whatever. And they look phenomenal. Yeah. They were walking out and the music's playing, and the hair is blowing and stuff. I was like, wow, they're gorgeous. These girls, you guys,
they showed a little.
They
showed a little bit the dance sequence. I love it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, even
there's some dance. There's some dancing in these.
They're talented. They're beautiful. They're empowered. It's what everyone.
Women can do stuff. Women can do stuff.
Yeah, it's
Tina.
Weird. What a weird time.
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. All right, next one. We're getting into a little bit more controversial and serious subject. We're going to get into Will Smith's new movie, Concussion.
When I was a boy, heaven was here, and America was here. You could be anything, you could do anything. I am the wrong person to have discovered this.
If you don't speak for them, who will?
I found a disease that no one has ever seen. Repetitive head trauma chokes the brain.
The NFL does not want to talk to you. You turned on the lights and gave their biggest boogeyman a name.
You're going to war with a corporation that owns a day of the week.
No proof was presented today because there simply isn't any.
They have to listen to us. This is bigger than they are.
What you think they're doing to you now? That's nothing. You have no idea how bad this could get.
I have to keep going.
They want you to say you made it all up.
If they continue to deny my work, men continue to die.
Sometimes in life, you're asked to leave it alone. But sometimes you can't.
Who are you? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Real tense, real tense. Will Smith, it's funny. He's known for his comedy. He came up in comedy, but
yes, he did.
A lot of comedians.
He was the freshest prince of Bel-Air.
He was,
wasn't he?
A lot of comedians they switch it up as they grow. They get into these dramatic roles, and they played them pretty well.
Absolutely.
Will Smith and Ali. I feel like I saw Ali, but I feel like I saw Will Smith, and and he kind of came out of character for me, anyways. In this one, he was pretty good. He's got the accent down, and I feel like he had a very strong performance. Award-winning, I don't know, but it's a great story.
A story that deserves to be told. It's an important story, I think.
It's a story that needs to be told. I am a huge NFL fan. Huge football fan, and I've played.
Before you start, we're going to get into our own opinions and know that Niz is a huge NFL fan, and I watch none of it. So I think this is going to be very interesting.
I feel like football is America's pastime. You know, it's an entertaining game. It's a fun game to play. I played for several years. I played all through high school and before, like from little. So I saw this movie last, and this movie was tough for me to watch because of the implications of what it may mean for the sport. And so while I was a fan of Will Smith's character, Bennett, and what he was doing, and he was right to do so, I was also...
You didn't like what he discovered.
On the other side, I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? You're killing this game. You're killing, like, I live for football, NFL football. And I feel like I was just so torn, man. I was so torn.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad. I was very interested to know what a football fan thought about this movie.
I was so torn. I feel like there's a problem, but what are the solutions? How can we fix it? You know, like that's the thing that wasn't told. Spoiler alert. That wasn't told in this movie. And even now, it's one of those things that's kind of sort of going on. I feel like when I played the game, there were some big hits. I also feel like I was a quarterback and I was a running back. So I feel like some of those hits that looked vicious, if they were done the right way, they just looked vicious. You know what I'm saying? Because one, you're moving one way, the other person's coming at you, but people do get hurt. People break arms and limbs.
The facts cannot be denied. That's what they threw in this movie. They threw that's not even a word. What they threw in this movie is the facts of these football players that had these brain diseases, didn't know what they were, and started committing suicide basically. And all these guys are dying because they're hearing voices in their heads. They're becoming different people. And the the thing that got me the most about this, not being a football fan, is the big corporation. Whatever it is, the big corporations running the world, basically dictating what's right and wrong. Multi-billion-dollar corporations who basically tell us what's okay and what's not and stuff like that. And I love the eye-opening aspect of it because football is like a religion. You cannot deny that. A lot of people focus more on football than they do about religion, politics, anything important in life. Sometimes even people would neglect their families more than they would neglect their teams. And one of my favorite lines in this movie, and he was like, "You're going against a corporation that owns a day of the week. Remember the day that belonged to God? It now belongs to football." Blah blah blah. So it's like it's a strong thing to go against because once you open it, it's kind of like Spotlight, where it's like these people, these Catholics, growing up, for how long believing in this one thing, and then they realize the heads of what they believe in are corrupt as hell, and then it's like that kind of eye-opening feeling where you're just like, oh no, like these are supposed to be my people, I'm supposed to believe in them, like what happened? And that's how I felt with this NFL stuff. It's like this is supposed to be a fun, great sport or whatever, and then you see the evil inner workings of the people trying to silence the ones that are trying to go against it, or discredit this doctor and put him out in shame because he discovered this new thing that is this new disease that is caused by constant head trauma. So it's like it's heartbreaking at one point, but it's eye-opening, and it needs to be known. You know what I mean? It needs to be seen because we cannot let these, like as we'll talk about in the next movie coming up, we cannot let these big billion-dollar people or whatever dictate what's right and wrong and dictate how we live our lives.
We'll talk about it in the next one, but what it comes down to is the implications. If men playing football all their life, 10, 15, 20-year careers in the NFL are suffering from a disease that can make them go crazy, what are the implications of that? Yeah. The implications are it's going to end the game. Yeah. If you end the game.
It's scary.
It's scary. It's not scary for me.
Right.
It sucks for me, but for those people who are sitting in those offices and collecting millions and maybe billions of dollars, and
they'll do anything to protect it.
It's scary for them because they're not going to be able to continue to live their lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And the implications of what the truth may bring is really what it is.
And what they show too, they were like, you see that stadium out there? It's like it cost them $250 million to make that stadium, and it was like
taxpayer dollars.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Exactly. What is it? While schools are closing, while jails are closing, stuff like that. It's like they put it, that is the holy grail of the city and stuff like that. So it's like when you're going up against something that powerful and that what these guys put all their time and effort and money into, they're not going to let that fail. You know, it's just like the banks, the big banks, too big to fail type of thing. It's just like it's
the
scary.
Implications,
man. It's actually a good rolling into the next movie. But I give this movie a go.
I give it a go.
It was one of the like out of the series of movies I had to see over the holidays. This was like the least of my worries. I was just like, okay, well, it looks pretty cool, but I don't know if I have to see it. Whatever. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
So go for me.
It was tough for me, but I give it a go.
All right. That's awesome. Look at that. Strong man, strong NFL player, football fan, whatever, foosball. I don't know the game. Anywho, we're going to go right into the next one, talk about big billion-dollar corporations running the world. Here's The Big Short.
Michael, how are you?
I found something really interesting. The whole housing market is propped up on these bad loans. They will fail.
The housing market is rock solid.
It's a time bomb.
So Mike Burry, who gets his hair cut at Supercuts and doesn't wear shoes, knows more than Alan Greenspan.
Dr. Mike Burry, yes, he does.
You know what? I'm pissed off. American people are getting screwed by the big banks.
And I am getting madder and madder.
It's unbelievable.
Then this guy walks into my office and says,
there's some shady stuff going down. All the banks were having a big old party. A few outsiders saw what no one else could. The whole world economy might collapse.
I'm sure the world's banks have more incentives than greed. You're wrong.
No one's paying attention.
The banks got greedy, and we can profit off of their stupidity.
You want to bet against the banks?
I think we're either high or having a stroke. Kind of brilliant.
Fraud has never, ever worked. Eventually, things go south. When the hell did we forget all that?
How can the banks let this happen? It's fueled by stupidity.
But that's not stupidity, that's fraud.
Tell me the difference between stupid and illegal, and I'll have my wife's brother arrested.
You have any idea what you just did? You just bet against the American economy.
If you're wrong, you can lose it all. The banks defrauded the American people. Now we can kick them in the teeth. Okay, here we go.
You target strippers with bad loans.
And they're all cash rich.
I'm not going to be able to refinance.
On all my loans?
What do you mean, all your loans?
I have 5 houses and a condo.
Oh, I got goosebumps watching this thing because I'm just so angry. I was so angry watching this movie. I was sitting in the movie just like this, just like stewing. I was just so angry. These guys, it's about the
greed.
Yeah, the greedy scumbags of Wall Street that basically crippled our economy to fatten their own pockets. But while I collect my thoughts, Nizam, you say what you have to say.
Oh man, again, it's about implications here. What are the implications of this collapse happening and not happening? It's about instant gratification. The banks that thought the housing market was rock solid, we're like, we'll gladly take your millions because it's good because it's not going to happen. And
even the ones that probably knew that it wasn't rock solid still said, whatever, I'll take your million.
But they created a product to bet against the market. And these banks were like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll take.
Oh, you're talking about the group, the ragtag group of rebels that bet against.
No, I'm talking about Bale's character.
Yes.
He discovered this anomaly in the mortgages, right? And so he went to the banks, and he was like, and they were like, we don't have a product. We don't have
which trickled down to
which trickled down afterwards. But it started with this instant gratification of the banks being like, this is not going to work for you, but we'll gladly take your money on this bad bet.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's just, I don't know are the banks the bad guy? Is Bale's character the bad guy?
No, Bale's
Brad
character
Pitt
showed them for the greed that they did. Bale's character did exactly what he should have done. He was trying, he was obviously profiting off of it or whatever, but he tried to tell them, interview me, ask me how I did it, this kind of thing. And they're like, no. He was like, well,
that's after the fact, though.
Right, but it's.
He was working for his company.
You saw the people that they were going against was the people like Schmidt's character. I don't want to give any spoilers away or whatever, but people like Schmidt's character, when he was explaining what he does to sell houses, no matter.
But that's Carell, though. That's Carell. That's not Bale.
Right, but that's on behalf of Bale, though. I mean, not on behalf of him, but like that's the trickle down effect. Like Bale's idea went to Ryan Gosling, which then he brought it to Steve Carell. So they're all on the same team here, just don't know each other. You know what I mean? They're all on the same team doing the same thing. They're going against the flashy real estate agents that are selling homes to poor people that can't afford them, giving them loans, knowing that those loans are worthless. So they keep loaning and loaning and loaning and loaning all this money, knowing that these people can't pay them back, knowing they're going to default, and it was all fraud. So it's like these guys crippled our economy to fatten their own pockets, and it's infuriating. This is a huge wake-up call, and also big ups to Adam McKay, who directed this, because he did exactly what we needed with this movie. Because when it comes to the banking explanations and all that kind of stuff, a lot of it could go right over your head. There's so many things like trust funds and things that open up in the numbers, the 401s, whatever, and this and that. I had no idea what was going on. So what he did, he dumbed it down for us people who only can rely on beautiful celebrities to tell us. So he was like, does this all sound boring to you? Sure, here's Margot Robbie in a hot tub to explain to you how it works. And then you see Margot Robbie in a hot tub. He's like, all right, this is how it works. That was brilliant, because they dumb it down for anybody like myself who doesn't understand how this whole thing works. And when you figure out how it works and you find out how corrupt these people are, you want to riot.
What's really bad about this whole situation is that some corporations bought these products with all these loans and mortgages in there, so it defaults to them. Mm-hmm. So there's homes out there there's homes that aren't owned by a specific person. Right. They're owned by a company. Yeah. And it's so you want
sitting there vacant.
Yeah, when it's sitting there vacant, and when it defaults, when the market fell, mm-hmm. who do you go to on this? Who's responsible? Mm-hmm. And it definitely causes a lot of confusion and craziness. Yeah.
What do you give it though? This movie.
I say go.
Yes. I give it a go as well.
And maybe even see it twice.
Very angry go. You might have to see it twice just to get it all, because it's really a lot of information. But the performances were great. The entertainment was good. It's going to make you angry, but it's a good anger. It's an anger that it's like kind of like a revolt, like an anger that wakes you up, that gets you mad and starts making you actually look, instead of being distracted by NFL games and movies and stuff like that. You start looking what's happening in the real world, and you start getting on it. You got to start taking control of your own lives, people.
Give it a go.
I give it a go.
All right.
An angry go, very angry go.
I say see it twice. Maybe see it 3 times. See it a couple times. Check it out and take all that information in, because it's
get angry, people. Get angry. These billionaires. No more. We got to wrap this up. All right. We got a lot of movies to review for the next episode, and we're coming right back at you. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye bye.